festive sippy sippy. I guess go start whoring out my channel.
I'm on it.
Alrighty. You know what? This could use a third shot. Delicious. Shit. We do not want to steam our cookies. I forgot I had the steam bath in.
Yeah.
Are you the one viewer?
Nope.
Oh, hello one viewer. Welcome to the channel. Have a very, very merry Crunkmas. We're getting drunk and making cookies. I'm that aunt.
Yeah, I had it open briefly. I don't know if the stats are behind it all, but...
First up, we're making white Choccy Chunk-Macas macadamia nut cookies, or as I've listed here on my recipe card in the corner of the screen, white Choccy Chunk-Macas. Not to confuse any Australian listeners, we are not going to be adding McDonald's to our cookies. Alright. Approximately 1 million measuring cups, spoons. This does call for vanilla, so we shall add the vanilla. Alrighty. So first up, we need a whole cup of this brown sugar to make the white Choccy Chunk-Macas. It says I need to pack them in as well. But yes, my love language is making food for other people. So every Christmas, various family members get baked goods from my home. And this year, since I can't go visit anybody, I'm making cookies, which will travel quite nicely. I'm making 4 different kinds of cookies tonight, which is part of the reason why I'm drinking, because holy shit, that's a lot of cookies. And then a whole cup of soft room temperature butter. Why, fuck you. How dare you. Okay. And this is unsalted butter because I do not control the salt at the butter factory. So I don't know how much goes in, so I'd much rather be the one in control of that. Whisk. Whisk and spoon. Bang! Now I could do this in the mixer, absolutely, but I decided that I was going to mix it by hand today. Fuck knows why. So you're just going to start mushing the butter into your sugar and cream it together. Basically, any basic cookie starts with creaming the butter and sugar. This is true for pretty much any cookie recipe. Like I said, basic. Your macaroons? No. No, there's a bunch of egg whites and other bullshit involved. I just don't have the patience for. I'm a basic cookie bitch. So along with these macadamia nut cookies, I'm also going to be making regular chocolate chip, because classic. And then I'll be making oatmeal-fruit cookies. No raisins, but fruits that people will actually enjoy inside of their oatmeal cookies. And then snickerdoodles, because how festive, cinnamon, delicious, much holiday, wow. I wonder if maybe I can find some non-trademarked holiday music to listen to while I do this. Because I'm so used to listening to music while I bake and do other things in the kitchen. But I don't want to get a DMCA takedown notice because I played 10 seconds of a copyrighted song. Alright. This is looking to be good so far. Just going to get in there and... There we go. Just kind of mush it out. Mush, mush, mush. Get back in the bowl. Alright. Next, I'm going to add a tisp of vanilla, 1 teaspoon. Oh, it's happening again. Okay. And 1 eggie. Just some basic vanilla. And an eggie. That is also room temperature, so it doesn't fuck with my butter. Okay. Hey, welcome to the stream where I get drunk with a homemade Four Loko and make cookies. First up on the list is the recipe you see in the corner of the screen for white Choccy Chunk-Macas. And right now we're just creaming together our butter, sugar, vanilla, and eggs. I think I'm going to have to get out una spatula. This is the homemade Four Loko. It has watermelon tequila and watermelon Red Bull. Delicious. Merry Crunkmas. Bam. Yeah. Alright, so we're just going to smoosh out of beater so we can continue to homogenize our batter. Now, for all of you cookie dough eaters out there, it's not the egg that you have to worry about in for salmonella poisoning. It's the flour. Flour is actually the shit that gets you. Raw egg, not so much. let the raw egg sit out for too long, mind you, because then you run other risks of food contamination, but salmonella is not one of them. There we go. That's the shit right there. Alrighty. I think this is good enough. We can start adding our other ingredients. Get out! Out, damn dough. Fuck. Well, have fun finding that one, Freya. Alrighty. Alright, looking at the card. Now we need a whole 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. So I'm just gonna stick all of my dirty utensils right in there because it's all the same goo. Just going off screen for a second to measure out my flour because I'm quickly running out of space over here. Blip. Freya, what do you want? What does the baby want? And blip. 2 1/4 flour. And then 1 tisp baking soda. You want the sodas, not the powders. Just gonna... That ought to do it. All right, and then a 1/4 teaspoon salt. My classic Morton coarse kosher. Come on. And there we go. Alrighty. So now this is where we abandon our whisk for favor of Big Spoon Boy. For mixing in our dry ingredients here, because this is going to get very stiff and very obnoxious real heckin' quick. Might actually bust out my food safe gloves and just start hand mixing it, like literally just get my hands in there. Because this is going to take a minute. Once again, could have done this in my stand mixer. Stupidly decided not to. Oh, there we go. It's coming together. There we go. Like magic. Ooh. Tequila is starting to hit. Alrighty. And now it needs about 3.5 ounces of macadamia nuts. These bags are 2.25 ounces each, so we're just going to go a little nuts. if you cannot open your packages using your little gremlin teeth to open them, while ill-advised by the dental community, I do it anyways. Because I'm a fucking goblin. Or kobold in this case. And I have perfectly good pointy teeth. Now, for the Choccy Chips, probably going to go a little bit easier. Yeah, we're going to only use half of this bag because it's a 12-ounce bag, and we only need 6 ounces. So I'm just... Oh, god damn it. God damn it! So, let's see. Just gonna give it about a pinch halfway and then dump. Because I don't feel like measuring this shit. Hold on a second, just clear this off just a skosh, just a wee bit. My temperature on my oven is already preset to that sweet, sweet Betty Crocker 350 degrees. And just give that a mix in. Use your big old kobold arm muscles. We just give that a little stir. And voila, the first cookies have been made into dough. They're not done yet, we gotta bake them. Though I guess some people would argue, it was all pretty done to me. And because my cookies would be like the size of dinner plates, we are going to use a cookie scooper. Now you could use like a couple of regular kitchen spoons, but once again, I like having some uniformity in my cookies so they bake at a similar rate and none of them get overcooked or undercooked. So now we're just going to start scooping these bad boys out. And to make sure they have enough room to grow, because you want your cookies to grow. I fucking hate this kitchen towel. My big goddamn belly keeps bumping into it, and it keeps falling to the fucking ground. Alright, so as I was saying, so your cookies have room to grow, we're going to stagger them. So 3 here, 2 here, 3, 2, 3, 2. And this way you get maximum cookies per sheet. While still letting them grow and blossom into beautiful, beautiful little babies. Now they might run into the side of the pan, but that's fine. They were made with love after all. No one can deny that. Made with love and edible ingredients. Get out of my damn scoop. Also, this happens to be the 4-year anniversary of Mr. Kobold's and I's marriage. Our ceremonial marriage, anyways. We've been married legally on paper for quite some time, but we had our big fancy ceremonial heartfelt to-do 4 years ago today. So that's something. Had a very lovely day. We got burritos at our favorite burrito place. They make some bomb-ass crunchy potatoes as well. I think I'm going to make this the last row of cookies for this sheet. And I'm going to just gently suggest that they go down the sheet a little bit. Make them a little bit more evenly spread out. Alright, I'm going to set this aside for now. Out of my kitchen!
I'm making a sandwich.
Get out! No sandwich. It's cookie time. You can't have sandwiches during cookie time. That's illegal. All right. Now that the other pan's out of the way and I have cleaned my face a little, we are going to do the same thing on this. Now these blue things I have on these sheets here are kind of like silicone mats, except God, I got these from Target from like the As Seen on TV section. They're like blue diamond mats or something like that, and they basically do the same thing as silicone mats, except I think these are a little bit tougher. Mind you, my silicone mat that I got when I was in culinary school, which was ages ago now, lasted me until like a couple of months ago. And then it got torn open during a routine washing. And then I picked up these blue diamond baking sheet mats. And they don't seem like, I can't tell what kind of coating they have, but they seem to do just the same stellar job as my silicone baking sheets did. And I quite like these as opposed to like baking paper or something like that, because I don't think I've ever had something truly like burn to these kinds of baking sheets. So to me, they're just like a little bit more economically friendly than the baking sheets. They, for me anyways, don't want to make a blanket statement here, for me they produce products of the same quality time after time. So I'm quite fond of them. And then while these are cooking, I can introduce you guys to the traveling puppy cam. Dear Mr. Kobold figured out a way for me to use both use the laptop camera, the whip camera we have up above here, and my cell phone camera as well. So I can use my cell phone camera as a traveling pet cam during downtime. So we can badger and ooh and ah over the babies. And I can show you the place where Kobold Jr., aka Ambrose, rubbed his cheeks into oblivion and they scabbed over because he has no modicum of self-control. He only knows must flay flesh from cheeks. Because guess what he do? He wants to have them good whisker rubs. Nothing else will do. Also had to feed him like a baby bird recently because he could not figure out or remember how to eat bananas. So I had to literally take a bite of banana, mush it in my mouth, and then give it back to him. And he thought it was fucking gourmet shit right there. Okay. I think I'm going to move the towel into a drawer. Bam! Now that's not going to fucking go anywhere. Alright, so from the looks of what's here, I'd say we have one more tray's worth. Unfortunately, I don't have another tray's worth of of mats. So I'm just going to put them in as is, like a this. And stagger them in my oven, so hopefully they get the same amount of heat. What the fuck? Where the hell did this come from? Where did this fluffy come from? Where did this fluffy come from? Is this yours, Freya? This doesn't look like your fluffy. This doesn't look like your fluffy. Look at this. And it blew in from the goddamn ether of the stove.
That's pretty weird.
Hi, Ambrose. Okay.
Oh my god, Freya's paws are crossed.
And she's got fancy leather paws. Okay, Google. Start a 10-minute timer.
Third timer for 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
I have so many timers because I don't have executive time functions, so I don't remember when I need to remedicate. Okay, so how do I do this?
I think you don't. I think it's already running in the background.
Okay, so I just gotta
go to phone. And hit the little eyeball.
Eyeball.
Uh,
It does not seem to be going.
Nope.
Okay.
There
Oh,
it goes.
there it goes.
You want it to be sideways. I think the other direction.
Jesus,
Yep,
God damn it, Christ. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, Freya, you uncrossed your lady paws. You were just about to show off your adorable little lady paws. And now they're gone.
She's still quite cute.
She's still little lady. And now, for Tiny Cobalt Jr. No, I'm trying to show off your dumb cheeks. No, okay, well he's got like this. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He wants cheek rubs, as per usual. He wants. You wiggly little bastard. Oh no, what happened? My screen went black.
Yeah, it's still going. For some reason, it closes the screen when it's doing that. I think probably to save battery.
Well, I don't want to save battery. I want to look at the cat. Oh, there you go. There
Maybe,
it is. That black spot on his whisker, his little whisker area, his little dumb cheeks. That's actually a scab from when he rubbed his damn cheeks raw. Because he's a special, special boy. I didn't see any wild other fluffs, though. I don't know where that baby fluff came from. I know where this baby fluff came from. But not that other one. Freya. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, it's a baby. Hit the baby. Oh. Hey, Freya. Do you want to try Ruru? You want to try Ruru? Freya, Ruru? Oh, Freya. Ruru. Oh. No, Ruin. Too tired. Going to retire. Okay. Phone cam, there it goes. Alright. I have all these new fancy setups and I gotta get more technologically savvy. For the meantime, though, sippy, Merry Crunkmas. Delicious. Okay. So, while that stuff is baking, going to get out a fuck done Oh no, the stream I don't think borked. It seems to still be going. Like, I'm still here showing off my cooling racks that I have to set up behind me. Because I don't have anywhere else to store my freshly baked cookies. Wait a minute, which ones are next? Choccy Chip. Okay, so I don't need the oatmeals yet. Yeah, it might have gotten maybe slightly overloaded from the puppy cam. Not entirely certain. Alright. Now I have set up my cookie cooling area. I can even show that off a little bit now. Oh, I can go find the baby again. But here's where I'm having the cookie cooling station, where all the cool cookies go to hang out. The baby. The puppy cam. Freya, would you like a greenie? Would you like a greenie? The rest is a list, so I think we should give you a little bit of a greenie. Okay. Ruru? No, I didn't ask for sneeze. I want to Ruru. I want to Ruru. Oh. Such big boobs. Good jumpies. Very good jumpies. Here's little banana bitch. Okay. The baby has been satisfied with greenies. Alrighty. Could even have, realizing this has so many applications now. And here are how the cookies are going. I might have to switch around the ones that are on the bottom rack to the top rack. The racks were just a little too long for my oven, I think, because I wasn't able to close them when they were in lengthwise as opposed to sideways like that. So, we shall see. But they seem to be spreading very nicely. The ones on top anyways. The ones on the bottom are trying to catch up. Okay. So I can turn the phone cam off again. Have a more sippy of my Red Bull and tequila. Both the tequila and the Red Bull are watermelon flavor, with a hefty zhuzh of lime juice. Yeah, pants. God, I hate pants. Okay. Oh, hey, handy clip. What are you doing? Oh, you were here because of the brown sugar. I need to get another clip then. Yeah, this'll do. Got the little sugar skull clippy. Ooh. I'm wearing a shirt with bats on it at Christmas. Bats. Where are my boots? Where are my boots at? I lost my boots. I don't know where my dried fruits are. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. I didn't need it anyways. Mr. Cobalt, I lost the fruit.
I heard.
I lost the fruit. I don't know where it went.
Okay, which fruits?
It was the strawberry apple dried fruits.
Okay.
Oh, did they maybe go in this pit? I have too many places where I store food.
There you go.
So to talk about it a little bit, did you know that you can literally put any fruit you like in a fucking oatmeal cookie? It doesn't have to be fucking raisins. You can have freeze-dried fruits like apples and strawberries, or even peaches. I made an excellent peach oatmeal cookie for my nephew one time. And in the future, not today because this is gift-giving cookies. These are not cookies for my personal consumption. At least 2/3 of them are not. 1/3 is. But I have big, grandiose plans to make blueberry and lavender oatmeal cookies. Because just because I'm a horrid kobold goblin creature thing doesn't mean I don't like fae food. And if you ask me, blueberries and lavender oatmeal cookies sounds like the fairest shit I've ever heard of. Sorry, another big sippy for the kobold. Phone. Phone. What are my timers at? I've got 2 timers. One for my meds and one for the cookies. Because my phone is better at multitasking than I am. Hey! Okay. So, my cookie timer just went off. They're looking, a little blonde. We want them slightly more brunette. Nothing wrong with a bit of blonde. But for scientific purposes, we need more Maillard reaction. We need more caramelizing. Okay, so like another 2 minutes. Timer. Boom. And so I took the cookies that were on the bottom shelf and another cookie. I switched it. I basically Uno reverse card my cookies on the shelves. I need so many timers in my life. Because once again, I'm not good at keeping track of time. Last time I did this stream, I only medicated once. But for my pain levels, I need to medicate once every 2 or so hours when I'm on my feet. And completely forgot, which is why I was a zombie by the end. But now, I have a time for my meds. Because we work smart, not hard here. We're lazy fuckers in this kitchen. Oh my god. And that goes to the rest of my homemade Four Loko. Yay. Whew. We are at the 40-second mark until we pull these bad boys out, get them to the cooling rack, and then get the rest of these into the oven. No! I don't care what the rat bastard terrier next door is saying. We do not boof in this house. You're better than a yapper. You're a boofer. You must use your boofs judiciously. I see you grumping in the corner. I do. Grumpy bee. Oh, and since... Oh, there it goes. Off. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Glurves. Yes! Oh, the beautiful... My beautiful children. Yes. Look at these chubby little babies. Yes. I can't. Shit. Okay. And then a little spatchy. Ah. So I have my ice cream mixing bowl on the shelf above me, and I think something just settled inside of it because I just heard a bunch of stuff rattle on my shelf above me, which, you know, it's not great hearing stuff above your head settling. It's unsettling, one would say. Alright. So, right, I remembered because I'm smart. You have to let cookies, you have to let them cool down a little bit. You see, they had a spicy time in the oven. They're soft. You need to let them settle, cool down, become tough again, before you get them off the pan, because otherwise they're just going to be soft and they're going to crumble and fall everywhere. And if you have a slotted cooling rack like I do, they're just going to fall everywhere, and you're going to have a confusing time. I wouldn't say a bad time, because you can still eat crumbs. You can still eat the crumbs, but you won't have whole cookie. And how are you going to dunk the cookie if it's just, cereal? You could have Cookie Crisp. Alright. See, just giving them like that 1 minute or so, they're not falling apart on me right now. So I'm just going to give them a little bit of gentle persuasion. Get them nice and loose. Show them a good time. Now they can go on the cooling rack with very little problems. Yeah. Am I a kobold? Am I a Skeletor? You'll never find out. Oh, these smell so good. Okay. And now, let that sit there, and then get the other ones on the cooling rack, and then we can get that last bit of dough into the oven, and then we can start on the next set of cookies. Woo! Yay! Which will be your classic Choccy Chip. Basically, my plan with these cookies was just to basically go for crowd pleasers. Just to have a whole variety of crowd pleasers. Because even I do like a good nut-based cookie. Walnuts, pecans, I don't know where you're from. But my husband, Mr. Kobold, isn't particularly fond of nuts. But you know what he does like? Chocolate macadamia nut. So I thought, well, that's a nutty crowd pleaser. Surely these other people we are sending them to will also like that. Once again, the reason why I'm not making oatmeal raisin cookies. For the oatmeal lovers, we'll make them lovable by everyone by making them strawberry apple. Because strawberry apple oatmeal cookies, delicious. Freya, you ain't getting shit. You already got a greenie. You are not getting cookie dough. Not these ones anyways. They got nut. You can't have nut. Been playing a lot of Beat Saber recently. Really quite enjoying it. But I have to say, so I've been playing it on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, the 4. That's what I'm on right now. I'm on the PlayStation 4. I don't have money for a 5. Nor do I want a 5. It ain't got shit. But on the PlayStation 4, as opposed to Steam, you can only have music packs that, you know, Sony purchased the rights to. And so one of the rights they have is for Linkin Park. Now, I'm convinced that the people that made the arrows for the Linkin Park songs are sexist assholes against the boob havers because there are so many sword combos that require you to go over your chest to the other side of your chest. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I got some big old hooters, and my arms don't go flat across my fucking chest. So I end up missing those fucking arrows because my arms can't reach. And it's supremely frustrating as a boob haver. Thought I was going to have enough room for what I have here. Had to play a little bit of Cookie Tetris. But I will figure out if they're actually sexist against the boob havers because they also have a BTS music pack, which I just downloaded before this, so I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But if the BTS pack is easier to play than the Linkin Park pack, I will have my fucking answers. And I won't have vengeance, let's be honest. I'm a soft kitchen kobold. I'm not gonna have vengeance over fucking music packs and goddamn Beat Saber. But I will seriously contemplate it. Okay. I love it. It's a great form of exercise for me. And I like that it's low impact, meaning I don't have to jump. Because, I am a avid rhythm game player. Timer 12 minutos. And I loved DDR growing up. Loved it. Fucking loved the shit out of it. You know what DDR had a lot of? Jumping. So much fucking jumping. And it made me feel like a terrible DDR player when really, I was just terrible at fighting gravity. Was not my jam, fighting gravity. Which is why I absolutely adore Beat Saber. Because it does not discriminate the fact that I cannot fight gravity. Alright, so we are done with the Choccy Chunk-Macas. And now we're moving on to Choccy Chips. I do apologize if you cannot read my horrendous handwriting. And there's also, I'm realizing I wrote a lot of shorthand that I might be the only one understanding. So the C's are for cups, lowercase t's are for teaspoons, and I don't think anything that I'm making tonight required a capital T, which is a tablespoon for me. AP flour, shorthand for all-purpose flour, and I wrote these ingredients down because I know the steps to making cookies by heart at this point. I don't have an infinite memory bank for ingredients. Because gravity is the absolute fucking enemy. We hate it. It's the gravity. What do I need here? I need so much sugar. And you know what? This wouldn't be allowed in a commercial kitchen, but we're not in a commercial kitchen. We're in my fucking kitchen. We're going to use the same utensils because, once again, same ingredients going here, and I don't have to worry about food allergies with anyone. If someone did have a food allergy, like a nut allergy, absolutely would change out my utensils and everything. But since that isn't the case, we're going to be fucking lazy and conserve dishes. So we're only going to use the one. The one. We're just going to reuse it. So, in goes 3/4 cups of reg-ass sugar. And then 3/4 cups packed brown sugar. It doesn't say packed in there because usually when something calls for packed or for brown sugar, it usually is packed anyway, so I just yeah. Once again, I'm really lazy with my note-taking, so a lot of the times, only decipherable by me usually, unless I've given you the cipher key. Also, not to mention, my general penmanship is garbage. What do you want, banana bitch? Nothing? You're going to yell and then tell me you want nothing? Banana bitch boy? Alright, and then a cup of butter. Je add the cup of butter. No, I don't want to hear the boofs. You've exceeded your boof limit for today, Miss Lady. No, I do not care if there are people in the breezeway. Shut up, Banana Beach. I do not care you want the Snuggies and your peeps are frozen. It is cookie time. I do not have time for your whiny wows. I do not. Your cries mean nothing to me.
Yes, I got you.
Yes, take him away, Mr. Kobold. And so, second verse, same as the first, only a little bit louder and a little bit worse. AKA, you gotta cream your butter into the sugar. Ambrose, I'm joking on my own hubris. Ambrose is the biggest banana beach. Little banana beach. He thinks because I've offered him banana a couple of times that he has now become that cat that thinks he is entitled to whatever the fuck I'm eating.
Oh jeez, you finished that whole drink already.
Yes! We are one full homebrewed Four Loko in. And it's great. Yeah, you know what? We're in that stage in the evening where I'm going to go put on my food safe gloves and just go to town. So, my favorite food gloves recently are these disposable nitrile... Okay, there we go. I have to figure out how to move around the recipe. But I get these from Target. And if any one good thing has come out of these dark times, is that food service gloves are made more readily available. Readily able to get out of this box, though, there we go, is another matter entirely. So what I'm going to do here, because I'm tired of stabbing butter with a spoon, even though it's room temperature and perfectly pliable, is we are going to get surgical. And by surgical, we're just going to shove our hands in it. We're going to scoop and squeeze. Squeeze the butter. Massage it into your sugar. Now, you can do this with bare hands, but I loathe the feeling of foodstuffs underneath my fingernails. Hate it. Absolutely fucking hate it. And I recently cut my fingernails short even. But still, no, it doesn't matter how much fingernail I have. I don't want food stuff in my damn fingernails. It's gross feeling, and I don't like it. But yeah, I'm making these cookies to send up as my half of the gift to Mr. Kobold's family in the north. And because I lost my train of thought. Family north, right. He works at a rather popular large gaming store. And he is infamous amongst friends and family for getting gifts from said gaming store to give, because of course he's got employee discount and everything. So he picked up a couple of appropriately nerdy things for his family there. Yeah, that's good. That's be good. And I helped out a little with two of them. They needed some fancification. So adding an egg. And what else do I need? I need the vanilla. I don't want to take my gloves off, but at the same time, don't want to get butter all over everything. So I'm just going to take these off and hope I can turn them inside out again later. Because I don't want to waste my gloves. Tisp. Tisp. Teaspoon. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. So I can't remember what part of the internet I read this information from, But oh, that's just some egg white bits. Okay. But lots of like websites, like just regular recipe websites, were saying that for like chocolate chip cookies, like to make the best chocolate chip cookies, you don't actually want chips. You want chunks. So why aren't they called chocolate chunk cookies? Why has it always been known colloquially as Choccy Chip if chunk is the superior chocolate additive? But luckily for me, they actually sell the chunks now. So I've got the chunkies. His name is Chunky. Chunky's dead. Chunky's dead. Oh my god, this was so much easier this time when I just went in with my hand. Oh, it's so creamy. And for those of you who weren't here in my first spiel, it's okay to eat the cookie dough at this point. It's not the raw egg that has the salmonella poisoning. Now, if you have egg at room temperature, like if you let it get up to room temperature or slightly warmer, you'll have a whole host of other inedible problems. But no, the salmonella actually comes from raw flour. Raw flour is the fucking thing stopping you from eating your raw cookie dough. So if you just want this, it's fine. Who needs flour in the cookie dough anyways? This is great. Where am I now? Fleur. It is time for fleur. We need 2 1/4 cups. Pajow. Just off screen, measuring my flour because once again, my workspace is a little hectic. So I need to come off screen to get this shit. And then 1/4. All right, and then I'm just gonna could you? There we go. All right, and there goes the timer for the last batch of white Choccy Chunk-Macas. Oh, so golden, so brown, so these little chubby babies. Okay. Who else gets big Kronos vibes when they eat their handmade kitchen creations? Because these are all my little babies, but I eat them. I eat them. Big Kronos vibes. All right, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Here we go. Bloop. And then, whoa, a whole 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Bloop. All right. And then it calls for 12 ounces of Chockies. I have 10 ounces, but I don't think any baking gods will smite me for this minor transgression of being 2 ounces short of Choccy chunks. Oh, Frey, are you sleepy? Oh no, not now that I have said your name. Sorry. You may go back to your snoozy times. Alrighty. Oh, and now that these are the Choccy chips, we actually need to increase our temperature to 375 degrees. I actually have these cookies planned out in order of what temperature they need to be baked at. So my kitchen's going to get slowly hotter and hotter and hotter until it gets to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for, what was it, my sneaky doodles? Yes, my snickerdoodles. Yes, very creamy. Very nice. Now I'm going to move these back to my other counter and probably give that a quick wipe down. But first, I need to empty this tray of cookies now that these cookies have had a minute to cool. Yeah, these ones were perfect. Thank you, oven. Alright, the cool beans. Okay, how do I want to do this? Like that. Alrighty. And then just a quick little paper towel touche clean. Because once again, I'm feeling particularly fucking lazy right now. So, bare minimum. Minimum effort. Alright. Do these... No, they do not have an easy tear option. So I either go in with my teeth again. Oh, no, there they go. Cool. I don't have to go in with my teeth. Yes. Aromatic little chunkies. But yeah, I don't know why various recipe sites are like, yeah, no, you want chunks. You want chocolate chunks instead of chips for your cookies because chunks are superior. I don't know if it has something to do with, like, how slowly or quickly they melt or whatever. But we shall see. I will be the final verdict on whether or not the chunks are superior. You must pass my test. You must please me in my kitchen. I am the Alpha and Omega. I am the beginning and the end of whether or not a cookie has a career in my kitchen or not. I am a god. Alright. So we're going to start doing the same thing as before when we're staggering our cookies on our sheet to get maximum cookies, but with also a decent spread so they don't run into each other. Now, if your cookies do run into each other, not the end of the world, but if you want like a perfect like little fucker, if you want a decent spread, perfectly, well, not perfectly circular, I don't know how to make perfectly circular cookies, but if you want them round with no edges, doing it this way is a pretty good way to do it. And they're just really pretty and good for gift giving. Now the other thing is, if you also need to send out cookies this year in the mail, my suggestion is, I know tins are cute and pretty. Hell, I wanted a tin, but Mr. Kobold talked me out of it, and it was like, yeah, but if you send them in the tin, they're gonna, you know, bang up against each other, and they're going to crumble before they even get there. So what we're going to try to do, and we'll see how it works out, is we're going to just put them flatly and tightly as we can into a freezer Ziploc bag, and then wrap that whole fucker up with bubble wrap and shit. Basically treat it as fragile precious cargo. And we'll find out when they get there. This is also another reason why I'm not doing fucking sugar cookies with icing or whatever, because I know the icing would get fucked up in transit. And I don't want to spend hours decorating and making a cookie look all pretty and cute, only for it to fall the fuck apart in transit. Not about that. Not about wasting my efforts. About maximizing my efforts. Hence the simple but delicious cookies. My little chunk babies. My other chunky babies are looking at me like, us, mother? No. No, I will not eat you. You are safe. But you're on thin ice, banana bitch. So ever since I found out that Ambrose likes bananas, and I do call him little bitch a lot of the time, I don't know how many people remember this animator named Skyjo during, like, the height of the My Little Pony fandom. Made this hilarious fucking cartoon with, and I don't know where it came, like, what inspired this animation to happen, but it was Princess Celestia in her throne room accepting various subjects, and she would then ask the question, so do you like bananas? And the poor, hapless subject would eventually answer either yes, no, or panic. It was like, are you a bitch that likes bananas? Are you a bitch that likes bananas? Well, you're about to go bananas on the moon! Bitch! And I thought it was the most hilarious fucking thing when I first saw it. And then that's where me calling banana bitch to my cat comes from, besides him being a bitch that likes bananas. Because it's true, Hims is a bitch that likes bananas, but also heavily inspired by that animation. And eventually the animation ends with Princess Luna being like, hey, sister, hey, I know you control the sun and the moon, but, like, I used to control the moon, and I think I would like to do that again, maybe? And then Celestia looks at her and is like, so do you like bananas? And Luna starts panicking. It's like, I don't know. and Celestia without fail goes, well, you can find out on the moon, and just launches Luna to the moon. And it was just so funny. How much tequila have I had? I put 3 shots. Yeah, and it was a watermelon flavored Red Bull, hence the homemade Four Loko that I keep talking about. Choccy Chunk. Choccy Chunk. Chonky Chunk. Oh yeah, but that watermelon tequila was Mr. Kobold's wedding anniversary gift to me while he was ransacking the ABC store today. And I was ever so grateful. He also bought me the BTS music pack for Beat Fever. And so I read a lot of, I have a lot of comic book reading apps for, like, manga and stuff. Or like a webtoon type format. And shit gets expensive if you don't read the free stuff. But I like the premium shits. So he also gave me a fund of book money. So I'm very, very hyped for that. Crunkmas Cookies. Oh man, so since I'm here and y'all have to watch me scoop out cookies, I can tell you some of my more fantastical tales of adventure. Maybe I can even scrounge up the pictures one day and put them on my Patreon or something. I haven't even decided if I wanted a Patreon yet or not, but we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. But Haunted Heart can concur on a lot of these since they were there at the time the fuckery had occurred. The most recent one I can think of, because I came across the picture on my phone recently, was, so the picture are of these 2 Team Skull from Pokemon cosplayers. And I think it was a gaming convention we were both at. And I saw them, and I got so excited. So excited, y'all. I told Haunted Heart, hold on a second, grab my phone, and just fucking booked it across the convention hall to run these fuckers down. And I get there, and what does my dumb little ass say to them? Hey, Team Skull, can you throw up some sweet gang signs? And I don't know why this urge to run down these poor cosplayers and demand they throw up sweet gang signs for me. I don't know where this came from deep within my being, but they thankfully thought it was fucking hilarious, laughed their asses off, and indeed threw some sweet gang signs. It was so good. It was so VVV good. Oh my gosh. Alright. So these Choccy Chip Chunkies are supposed to be in there for 8 to 10 minutes, so we're just going to go ahead and say 10. Started. Okay. Woo! Alright. And much like with the other cookies, we seem to have enough left over for, I want to say, about, motherfucker, another tray or so. But yeah, that was, I want to say, top 10 kitchen kobold convention fuckery. Easily top 10. Just giving this a quick wipe down so it doesn't get totally overwhelming later. Oh, lordy. That was definitely one of my finer moments. Gosh, and of course with conventions, you've got all sorts of, like, awkward interactions, too. Like, there was this one, like, I honestly felt kind of bad for him. Like, he clearly wasn't used to people patiently listening to him and enthusiastically conversing with him. And at one point I was like, oh, give me your Steam name. I will buy you some Steam games. And this was after like 5 minutes of talking to this guy who was at our booth. And I don't know, something about someone wanting to give me something within the first 5 minutes of meeting me made me feel a little squicky. Didn't like it. I understood that it was a wonderful gesture, but... And like, it felt like he was being flirty with me. Like, I don't want to, like, puff my shoulders too much or anything like that. But, like, I had to, like, show off my wedding rings and everything. And because I didn't want, like, this poor guy to, like, think he had hope in that department. Was willing to be a friend, but nothing more. And I don't know if that got across to him. And I definitely don't want my friends right off the bat buying me shit. It feels weird. So yeah, he was a sad, odd duck. Like I still feel like a little bit bad about it, but at the same time, he was really persistent in wanting to know my Steam username. Barely knew me. And it just didn't sit right. It was like just one of those times where you're just like, this feels fucky. This feels fucky. And I just listened to my gut. And it was not a great time. Like, and I had like a panic in the middle of it and was just like, my husband's calling, and like ran out to the front of the convention hall. And I called my husband just to make it, it was just like, look, I'm not lying. I'm calling my husband. And it was just so bizarre. It was so weird. Oh my god. And so another another fun thing that we did. So we like our local homegrown Renaissance fair had these children's storytellers that came pretty much every year that I had been there. And so we had gotten used to some of their stories. And one year, after we had just been driven to the brink of insanity, so it was one of those like kind of like call and response stories that they did with kids. So it was, and I can't even remember the whole story. All I remember is every 20 seconds them yelling out, "An extraordinary carrot!" I have no idea about the extraordinary carrot. I don't know what the story was about. All I knew is that every once in a while they would yell out, "It was an extraordinary carrot." And that one year, before they'd even told the audience, so when you hear us say this, say it with us. Before they'd even said it, we were screaming it because we knew the drill. We knew the extraordinary carrot drill. So I felt a little embarrassed afterwards, and we came up to the ladies and we were like, "Hey, sorry about that." And they took it so good-naturedly. They were great girls, and they thought it was hilarious too. Like it was a good time all around. It was so fun. Literally remembered nothing else. An extraordinary carrot. Don't know the story. Like I'm half tempted to look it up at this point, but I don't know if I'd find anything. And that was the last of the tequila. There was a little itty bitty sippy left in the bottom of my glass. And I took it. How are my babies doing? Oh, the beautiful baby. Oh, some of my babies aren't socially distancing. Some of them are touching. Oh my god. No, I'm trusting you. Don't fall down this time. Tired of bending over to pick you back up. I think it's time to bother the baby. It's bother the baby time. Let's see. Oh no, Freya. Oh no, I've come to bother you. Oh no.
Ambrose is
Jiggle the chunkies. Jiggle the chunkies.
Ambrose is in the other room, curled up on a pile of your clothes.
Of course he is. Wait a minute, if they're my new clothes though, they don't even have my smell yet.
No, they're the. Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, no, I bought those just today. I haven't even taken the tags off of some of them.
Well.
But he knew they were mine somehow, and we're like, yes, mother's clothes. Mother's clothes. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Oh, chunkered. Oh, chunkered. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, sweet baby. Oh. Oh, sweet baby. Sweet baby.
I can see if I can figure out a setting to make your screen not turn off like that.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't particularly mind. I should be drinking some water, though.
Yes, you should.
Hey, everybody! This is a reminder to have a sippy of water if you have not had a sippy of water in like 30 minutes. All right. Yeah, heck. Oh my god. I'm thinking, so I'm just trying to kill time essentially in between baking cookies and just trying to rack my brain for various weird things that happen to me.
You can use this camera for when you're telling stories and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
The laptop cam.
Hi everybody. As far as coffee goes, coffee is a diuretic and therefore dehydrates you. So if you're going to have a sippy of coffee, I suggest you also have a sippy of water as well. You can have both. No reason why not. But I was drinking a lot of tequila, and now I am the thirst. So another story I was recollecting in Kitchen Kobold's Weird World. God, I can't remember what else I was. Thank you. Yeah. What I was doing that day, but I had gone to like this little shopping center that had like I want to say a Food Lion and a shoe store and a cheap clothing store, and I was just walking up and down because I'd never been in that area before, so I was like, I'm gonna go on an adventure. And back in those days, when I went out, I have a collapsible cane, so I kept it clipped to my belt bag. And was just walking around, minding my own fucking business. And there's like a group of old men on these motorized wheelchairs. And I'm minding my own business. They're like, it's like a fucking gang of old men on these motorized wheelchairs. And the sun, mind you, was directly in my face. So I'm like, my eyes are already kind of small. Anyway, so I was just doing like real like squinty, scrunchy face. Because the sun was in my fucking eyes. And this one gentleman was like, why are you looking so mean, baby? And I was like, oh, no, fucking Christ. Just that deep breath of, this is either going to end weirdly, or it's going to end poorly. Small break, my cookies are ready to come out of the oven. My gloves. Hello, Freya, baby. Oh, so beautiful. But yeah, look at some of these naughty cookies not socially distancing. Bad cookies. What the fuck? Another fluff fell out and on my cookies. It's coming from like...
The microwave?
I don't know. I'm not seeing where it could possibly be falling from, and it's driving me fucking bonkers.
That's pretty weird.
Because I set down the cookies, and it's not coming from my oven mitts. My oven mitts don't have fluff in them.
I believe you.
Where the fuck did this come from? It fell down onto my cookies from my fucking microwave. So one of my cookies are still cooling down. I will continue my tale of the motorized wheelchair gang, which is just a weird sentence in general. So I explained to the gentleman, I am not frowning. Sun's in my eyes. We just leave it at that. And I'm just exploring, so I see that I've reached the end of the sidewalk up to the Food Lion, and I turn around, start walking back towards my car and stuff. And as I'm walking back, I hear a familiar mechanical whir behind me. And a gentleman yelling out, "Hey, baby!" And once again, the terrifying thought of either this is going to end weirdly or poorly is running through my brain. And mind you, these are much older gentlemen than me. Old enough to be my dad or potentially grandfather. Whirring after me on their fucking wheelchair going, "Hey, baby." I was prepared for the worst, we'll say. And so he speedily rolls up to me and then matches my walking speed. Sees my cane attached to my hip. And I didn't even realize this. The sun was still in my eyes. It was fucking bright out. I don't have sunglasses. And he goes, "Is you blind?" "No, sir, it's fucking bright out. I don't have sunglasses like you do." And he had sunglasses on. So like, I just thought it wasn't computing for him that it was bright for everyone else. And he was like, no. And he like nodded at my cane. He was like, "Is you blind?" And I was like, "No. I have arthritis and low back pain, and sometimes my legs like to just go whoop and vacate the building. So I have a cane for those occasions." He goes, "Oh, okay. My name's Mum." And I go, "Hi, Mum. My name's Kitchen Kobold." He was like, "Oh, I see you later," and then whirs off into the next store, never to be seen again. and just left me absolutely fucking baffled. Old man ran me down in his fucking wheelchair to interrogate me on whether or not I was fucking blind or not. Mind you, the cane was collapsed. I wasn't using it at that time. It was collapsed and attached to my hip. I feel like if I were blind, or at least visually impaired enough to need a walking cane to see with, it'd be out. Fuck me, I guess. It was just so fucking weird. It was so goddamn weird. And just the fact that he immediately picked up the pace with his wheelchair and just into the distance, never to be seen or heard from again. It's just weird shit like that just happens sometimes to me, and it's just so fucking bizarre. And I dye my hair color. Like, you can't really see it in this lighting particularly well, but I dyed it silver recently. I quite like the color. Like, joking with people is like, oh yeah, I got a couple of gray hairs, so I decided to just go full tilt and see what I look like when I'm like 70. I'm gonna time skip, it's gonna be fine. But as I was walking out of my nearest beauty supply store and towards a grocery store that is known for its good produce and community and all that other good stuff, I hear behind me, baby, your hair look good. And it was just like, oh, thank you. Like, when I hear, man, maybe I'm sexist, but when I hear a woman of my age or older call me baby, I don't know, it makes me feel good. I hear an old man call me baby, instant concern, instant, sir, no, please. Don't bother me. But yeah, do not mind being called baby by women. I find it quite flattering. But old gentlemen calling me baby? No, sir, you need to take a step back and get away from me. Because I don't like where this is going, sir. Sorry, I'm going quiet just a little bit, trying to get these cookies off of my sheet pan now. Because I have quite the hoard of cookies right now. Alrighty. Oh, hey there, Water on the Road. Good to see you here. And yes, these are the cookies that I'm sending up to you and your kin. Because you're getting a little sneak peek at my gift to y'all this holiday season. We'll see if I can get away with using one sheet pan for the rest of this. I doubt it, but we shall see. And yeah, maybe that's it with being called baby by women. Like, so this is not the first or nor like the last time I'm going to be catcalled by other women. But yeah, like I know they don't mean it in like a weird way. Like, truly, I know they don't mean that. With an older gentleman or a dude in general, like, it's like a 70-30 chance. For me, it's not even 50-50. Like, it's on the high end of this is going to be fucking weird. I'm going to hate it. Gosh, another time I remember being catcalled and absolutely loving it by it was a gaggle of girls driving by in a car. And I had recently purchased this gorgeous Sweet Lolita coat. It was this cute shade of pink, had bunny ears on the hood, was knee length, and had this adorable faux fur trim everywhere. It had a little ball of bunny butt. Like I said, and ears on the hood. And it was just full and gorgeous, and it was made with real wool. And I was just walking around these shops in the winter, and as I'm minding my own business as I want to do, this car drives by and a woman like leans her whole ass body out the window and is just like squealing, and it was like, twirl, demanding I twirl and show off my coat, and I was confused but obliged, and she was like, yes, and then they drove off into the distance. I laughed myself sick, and it was such like an esteem booster, a self-esteem booster that was, and I remember it to this day quite fondly. The Yas girl for my bunny coat. Because I don't have the coat anymore because it was custom tailored to my size, and I'm no longer that size. So it fits rather funnily across my my shoulders and shit now because I'm a little bit smaller than I was then, and with custom clothes like that, if you get... And it was such a complicated coat, too, and I just knew it wasn't going to be worth it to get it tailored. So I ended up donating it to a plus-size consignment store, and they were very thrilled to have such a lovely coat in their stock because big girls don't really get cute coats, I've noticed, and it kind of pisses me off. Big girls demand cute coats, too. And it looks like I'm going to need the other pan, but for just this one fucking cookie. Okay. I was playing chicken with my fucking cookie pan. Is it hot? Is it hot? Touch, touch, touch. Don't do what I did. Don't. You're going to burn your hand. I could have burned my hand, but I'm dumb. Alrighty. That's probably going to be a very fat cookie. Perhaps I will bequeath it to Mr. Kobold as a gift. Happy anniversary. Okay, now I can set this cookie scoop aside for a minute. Gloves. Meow. Meow. Anytime you hear me go, I am bending over to put stuff in the oven. My body doesn't like bending. It likes either being sitting completely flat, horizontal, or vertical. There's no in between. This body doesn't do in betweens. It's not very good at it. All right. And we're on a roll. All right. Everybody, reminder, it's a water break. Take a sip of your water. Especially if you were dumb and had a ton of caffeine and tequila at the same time. You are now very low on fluids. You will drink the water. Alrighty. We are halfway through our cookie process. The next... Alright, I can take down the Choccy Chip and put up the Oatmeal-Fruit Cookies. Oatmeal-Fruit Cookies! Once again, don't think anyone has allergies, so I'm just going to keep using the same bowl because we're lazy here. And that's okay. Embrace your lazy. It's fine, I promise. Are you hovering?
No.
For cookies?
I'm not.
Okay.
I was actually getting water because you reminded me to drink water.
If I can remind just one person to drink water, it'll be great. Alright, so I need my 1/3 measuring cup because we need 2/3 sugar. 1, 2, 2/3 browned sugar packed.
I did hear about that big cookie dough.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like that much bigger. What I knew because I added a little bit on top of it from the regular scoop.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Gwen.
All right. So that's the sugars. We need a 1/2 cup of butter, which is, in America, a singular stick. As I do wish we could just get whole blocks of butter sometimes, because of the way that I bake. Alright. Oh, I lied. We need 2 cups of butter because I ain't about putting shortening in my fucking cookies. So, my aunt, on my dad's side, is kind of a bitch and also a terrible chef or baker. And I say she's terrible because she was convinced otherwise. And she used to make these absolutely fucking horrendous Crisco cookies that were basically like cardboard. And ever since then, if a recipe calls for shortening of any kind, I'm like, no, butter. It will all be butter. And, like, if you like shortening, that's fine. I will not shortening shame on this channel. I just personally have a history with it, and not a great one. Alright, so we're going to take one of the gloves I turned inside out and try to because I want to just mix the butter by hand because it's just easier. So I'll just put on the one glove. Okay, come on. Do not fight me. Because the butter is nice and soft and room temperature, but it's still difficult to mix with a wooden spoon into the sugar because I'm not using my stand mixer because I don't know why I decided not to use my stand mixer anymore. I feel like I had a reason. I don't anymore. But I'm committing to this. So we're just gonna homogenize the sugar and the butter. Homogenize is a fun big word that just means to make uniform. I think. I don't know anymore. I'm pretty sure it means to make uniform. Okay, Google. What does homogenize mean?
Here's the definition of homogenize of milk, subjected to a process in which the fat droplets are emulsified and the cream does not separate.
Yes, that is, I was correct then. Brilliant. And that explanation makes sense to me because and only me, because when I was growing up, one of my cartoons of choice was Tiny Toons. And here's a trip to just show that I remember very weird moments in my history. I can't even remember the whole episode, but I remember, I can't even remember the character's name, but it was the pig character. It was the tiny version of Porky Pig, and he was baking something, and he said the words homogenized milk, and that's where I learned the word homogenize, and I remembered it ever since then. Can't remember mathematic formulas, but weird quotes from a children's TV show back from when I was 10 or younger. I'm your gal. Okay. Get off my glove. Okay. Oof. Alright. Inside out again so it doesn't get grease everywhere. Washing my hands real quick. Alrighty. Next. Okay, okay, this does use egg. It's just later on. All right, so for now, pow pow, baking soda. So as I was mentioning earlier, I discovered, thanks to my wonderful, amazing, talented, never the same, unique nephew, that you don't have to use fucking raisins for oatmeal cookies. You can use whatever dry fruit you want. And this basically blew my mind once I realized this, and he posited this. Absolutely blown away. Because he requested that I make oatmeal peach cookies for his birthday. And I was like, fuck, can I do that? And it turns out, yes, you can. So I made him oatmeal peach cookies, and they were so tasty. They were so good. But this basically like opened up a whole world of adding various dried fruits to oatmeal cookies now. So for these ones, I'm going to be adding apple and strawberry freeze-dried fruit bits. But eventually I want to try making blueberry and lavender oatmeal cookies, because I just thought that sounded so fairy and so delightful. Wait a minute. I didn't grant you moderator privileges. You've hacked my account, sir. You have hacked my account. How dare? How fucking dare? I'll allow it. Fuck. Okay. This is fun. Shit. Hey chat. Who remembers when I put in the chocolate cookies? Who remembers when that was? Because I forgot to set a timer. Whoops! Baking powder. A half teaspoon. For those of us just joining, I have the recipe card that I've handwritten in the corner of the screen. So you guys at home can see exactly what kind of fuckery I'm getting up to. Another type of oatmeal cookie that I want to try for myself personally, because I don't think anyone else in the house is going to like it, but I got craisins because I absolutely love craisins, and I'm going to add those to my personal oatmeal cookies because I think they will be delicious and tart. I love that contrast of sweetness and sourness. I love sweet sour. One of my favorite flavor combos. But Shane doesn't like cranberries. So those will be all for me. I'm just going to have to... Honestly, they look kind of done. Yeah, I'll pull them. I'm going to pull the cookies.
I mean, I'm not super into cranberry like juice and stuff, but craisins are actually pretty good.
Oh, so now you want in on my craisin oatmeal cookies.
I never said I didn't.
Now you want in. But yeah, these look done to you too, right? Like, they're pretty
absolutely.
much perf.
Yeah.
And honestly, that one cookie, I was like, shit. It's spicy. The pan is spicy, y'all. Okay. I need to start putting away the cookies. You wanna have a cookie cam real quick, Shane? Show them what's going on exactly.
Let's see here. Switch to phone.
Okay. I did it. All right. Crisis mildly averted. What?
Yeah, the phone setup isn't...
Oh, it's not working anymore? Or am I only allowed so many screens at a time?
I don't know. I am...
My cookies are sizzling a little.
The... This is our first time using this software.
It is. Keep debating on if I want to add more cinnamon, but since these are going out, I should probably cinnamize this as a normal person.
Here we go. Still...
Alrighty.
For some reason it's connected to a different IP address.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Okay, now we need 3 whole cups of oats. Oh boy. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is just enough oat for this batch. I'm definitely going to have to buy more oats soon, regardless. It's gonna... Fuck. Okay. Alright then. I just threw flour in my face, it's fine. Alright. 1 oat. 2 oat. 3 oats. Okay. Many oats were had. And then 1 cup of all-purpose flour.
There it goes.
Hey!
Victory.
So yeah, this is the... Oh, there it goes. Okay, it was just playing catch-up for a second. So yeah, these are the cookies I have so far. The white Choccy-Macas and the Choccy Chunks. Delicious. But as you can see, I'm running out of room. So I should probably, before the oatmeal cookies go into the oven, I should definitely investigate a better place for them at this point in time.
Yeah, we could start putting them in the baggies right now.
I don't know if they're... Leave the bags open so they can continue to cool and they won't condensate in the bag.
Yeah, are they not totally cool yet?
Probably not. But they're definitely cool enough to handle at this point. Alrighty. So yeah, I want to try the oatmeal craisin cookies. I want to have fancy fairy lavender blueberry oatmeal cookies. Maybe I'll even try mango oatmeal at some point, because that sounds good. I've also tried the strawberry oatmeal, and I think I tried apple oatmeal on a separate occasion, and they were both good. But these bags of freeze-dried fruits are both apple and berry. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and add both bags, because it calls for a cup of dried fruit. But we like to load up here. So I'm just crunching them up a little bit in the bag.
Yeah, I think these wake up at macadamia once they're fully cooled.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones are getting there, I want to say, and I definitely don't want them stacked up like this.
Yeah.
I want them sticky. So as a chocolate chip cookie connoisseur, Mr. Cobalt, I expect to hear your thoughts and opinions on the chunk versus chip debate.
I mean, I definitely like chunk better.
Oh no, I'm not. There we go. All right. What?
This one felt a little bit more.
And we're gonna have to divide these up anyways into thirds.
Right.
All right. I do have the chocolate chip recipe. I can put that up on the screen. I can take the Oatmeal-Fruit Cookies down for a second. And then there's my Choccy Chip. It's a standard Betty Crocker recipe, but for the ingredients, I got the, they actually sell chunks, like already pre-broken chunks in a bag now instead of chips, because I didn't feel like chopping up my own chocolate. Alrighty.
I think we'll need to buy more freezer bags before we actually divvy these up. So for right now, I'm just putting them all
Okay.
in one bag.
Be very gentle.
Yep.
They're a hero. Alright. Give these a good stir. And there we go. These are the Oatmeal-Fruit Cookies, and the fruit happens to be strawberries and apples. Yeah, okay. I have to double check my recipe sometimes because my mind tends to jump around a lot, so sometimes I forget whole ingredients. I believe one time I made these for my nephew and I just forgot to add a whole, I can't remember if it was baking soda or baking powder, but one of them got left out. Mind you, couldn't taste the difference, which is why I was absolutely bewildered when I realized, oh, one of these is missing. Oh well. Put fruit cookies back up there. And bam. Okay. Going to transfer the rest of these over to the hoard. Oh my god, that one's like perfect. The special one. The chosen. Alrighty. That one looks a little extra crispy, so that one's going to be mine. I don't want to ship out subpar cookies. Alrighty. So, our cookie sheets are back to us. And then after this, one more cookie, and then we will be done. Alrighty. A gentle reminder for those who haven't been drinking water to have another sip, because I myself just had one. It's very important to stay hydrated in the kitchen. During career advisement at culinary school, becoming a culinary Twitch streamer didn't come up back then. I actually told them I wanted to open a small cafe. And I think to get rid of me just a little bit faster, that bitch of a career advisor was like, oh, well then you should just stop taking classes now because you don't need the more advanced classes for running a cafe. Which, I mean, I guess thanks for telling me, but also, bitch, mind your business. She did not like me. Ah, Mr. Kobold's getting rum. Here. Alright. And as a reminder, we are staggering our cookies like this, so we get maximum amount of cookies per pan. But hopefully, as they cook and spread, they won't run into each other. With the chocolate chips, they had a bit of a spread on them, but it should be fine. She'll be very fine. And if you have dietary restrictions and can't have sugar for whatever reason, and you got to use like Swerve or some other sweetener substitute, I've noticed that Swerve is really bad about melting properly. So if you want like a somewhat flatter cookie, you've got to pre-flatten it yourself by hand, because it won't melt and spread like real sugar will. And as far as fat substitutes go for cookies, I'm a little bit at a loss. I still haven't mastered using coconut oil instead of butter. But in general, you want to use less coconut oil. It is not a 1-to-1 ratio. You will have a pool of coconut oil that has oozed out of your product if you use a 1-to-1 ratio. So you want to use quite a bit less. My best suggestion is, if you know what cookie dough like looks and feels like, and this is so hard to describe, then just add your coconut oil until it feels correct. You gotta feel it in your soul.
Alright, I'm gonna be gaming with Ben.
Say hi to Bean. You know, it's a good thing that Twitch streams are on Fridays, because I would have totally razzed Ben for stealing you away on our anniversary. Because thankfully Shane and I aren't huge sticklers for anniversary dates. That's not our love language. Because my love language is making food and giving gifts and stuff, and his are words of affirmation and love and physical touch. And many gifts were given today. He gave me the tequila, and I bought him a new controller for our PlayStation 4. And he was quite pleased, very happy. In you get. Okay. My meds timer. Excellent. 11 minutes for the Oat Boys. Stop. Alright. Everyone who hasn't taken their medication today or this evening that needs to, take your meds. No, my meds. These aren't for you. These are not for babies. Alright. This is a gentle reminder for you guys to take your meds and drink your waters. Okay. And that timer went off at the perfect point. I was starting to feel a little bit achy, starting to wind down a little bit. And those should hit my system in about half hour, give or take. Alright. Watered and medicated. And while those cookies are baking, I'm going to start transferring those Choccy Chips to another container. So I still have room. These aren't the things I want at all. Oh shit. Where in the frig? Well, I guess this would work. Does it smell funny? No. Okay. I'm going to temporarily use my big fucking Tupperware container here to store the cookies until they're ready to go out the door. But these will at least get them off of my cooling racks. Alright. You need to stay out because I need to destroy the evidence. Same thing with you. Alright, we've got our cookies here, all safe and off of my cooling racks. And now, I will taste the one cookie that got a little extra in the oven. So aside from being a little extra toasted, it's quite good. And I personally don't mind a little extra toast on my cookie either. Damn it. I have to admit that I actually like the chunks better than the chips. Those fuckers were right. Very good. Hello, Freya. You can't have Choccy Chip cookies. You're a puppy. Alright. The oat boys are melting quite nicely. Wake up, phone. Alright. Stretch break. If you've been sitting for a while, here's a reminder to, even just sitting down, you can still stretch out your muscles and stuff. Just give your body a little love. It's the only one you've got until they can figure out how to do brain transfers. Which, would want a new body, would love a new body. If only to get rid of the arthritis. I don't care how Disney your eyeballs are. You can't have chocolate. I don't care how Disney you are. No chocolate. Whew. You can definitely tell I'm getting close to the end of my spoon count. Starting to slow down a little bit. Came in strong. Kicking ass. And now I'm like, oh boy. Could use a sit. Keep debating about, I could have another Red Bull. No. No. You stupid kobold. You can't have another Red Bull this late in the evening. It'll fuck up everything. I will not go to bed at a decent hour if I have another caffeine. I had 3 caffeine today. Had a caffeine tablet when I wake up, because it's just quick and easy. And then I had a Starbucks, num num num, and then I had a Red Bull. Don't think I should have a 3rd caffeine. I should clean my dirty oven, though. Excuse you, madam. Standing in the middle of the entryway again. As none shall pass. Just making sure that nothing leaves this kitchen without her express say-so. Alright. Looking really good. Mr. Cobalt, why did the TV turn on? Mr. Cobalt, why is the PlayStation on? You're not even using the PlayStation. You're not even in the living room.
I'm sorry. I thought this controller was synced up with my laptop.
You want a cookie?
Yes.
Come get cookie.
Ben from the other room says he wants a cookie.
You can't have a cookie, Ben.
Oh.
Your cookie.
Oh.
You're welcome. I suppose I should turn on the puppy cam. Would you like the puppy cam? I will turn on the puppy cam. Let's see. The phone cam. Blorp. And then we turn off the laptop cam because we don't need it right now. Yeah. Hmm? It's upside down. Upside down baby. Okay. Here we... There's the baby right side up. Hi. Oh, hello. You gonna go shrimpy tail? You gonna go shrimpy tail? You gonna show me your belly? You show me your belly? Please show me your belly. Show me the big belly. Oh my goodness. You just barely tolerate me at all times, don't you? Yeah. Oh. Well, Freya, I suppose you would like to share a banana? Freya, would you like a banana? Oh, do you want a banana? You want to share a banana with Mom? Let's get a banana. Let's get a banana. Because we're going to hang these pictures one of these days. I like my traveling puppy cam. This is great. It's like a GoPro, except way more clunky. Just give me the damn banana. Okay. Okay. He's banana time. He's banana time. Okay. Now, you can't have the whole banana because it's too sugary. But I will share the banana. Okay. Will you sit for banana? Will you sit? Oh, big sneezes for bananas. Oh. No, here you go. Oh, and now it is cookie time, but not cookies for babies. Okay. Okay, Freya. Sorry, Freya. I gotta take care of the cookies for a minute. Okay. Freya, Freya, did the puppy can freeze? What happened? I just see me holding the banana rather threateningly at you. Ooh, steamy. Okay. As you can see, some of our oatmeal cookies got a little Cronenberg, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Little Cronenberging never hurt the cookies. Fred, the puppy cam froze. They didn't see we eat the banana. Turn it off and on again? How do we fix this, Miss Freya? Freya, how do we fix this? Did you connect to a weird IP address again? Mr. Kobold! Mr. Kobold! Mr. Kobold! Mr. Kobold, I think the phone connected to a different IP address again because the puppy cam froze. And it's very disappointing. Where's my spatula? Spatula. Here it goes. Alright, so we're just gonna... Oh yeah, these are still very crumbly right now. Just gonna... Yeah, these are gonna take a minute to cool down. They are very, very crumbly at the moment. Mr. Kobold, I think the phone connected to a different IP address again. Because the puppy cam froze. You don't get a cookie. Listen, I want to hear it. You have my husband on our anniversary day. I want to hear it. It's true, I am playing. Oh my god. Ambrose, banana boy. Banana boy! Boop, boop, boop. A banana boy. Oh! Oh, Puppy Cam is back! Puppy Cam is back!
Oh, did it fix itself?
I think it did, because it's showing here again. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
But it's being funky.
Yeah. No, that seems to be fine.
But yeah, no, it froze on me holding the banana at Freya like a gun.
Weird.
Well, since they didn't see it the first time, you can have another one. Why? Why is it doing it like this? Ambrose! You get your own banana in a second. Alright. Who wants to see Banana Cat? Ambrose. Oh my goodness. I don't know if... Oh my god, why is it doing this? Please, I would like to show the world my special banana boy. He loves bananas. Oh my goodness. Didn't some banana drop on the floor just now? Find the banana, eat the banana. Oh my goodness, Ambrose. But yes, Ambrose is a special little banana boy. Love his bananas. Alright, that's all either of you are getting. You can't... Oh my goodness. My baby's a special, y'all. So we're going to turn off the phone cam, turn back on the laptop cam. the boy. The special banana boy in question. He's very happy he came out because he was hanging out with Mr. Cobalt in our bedroom and sleeping on top of my brand new clothes. Thank you. Thank you. You clearly knew that they needed your smelly smell. But he's very happy he came out because he was treated to some luscious bonan. Alright. Are these... No. Okay. Aha! They are stiff enough for me to transfer to the cooling sheets. Bless you. You weird child. But yes, Ambrose does not know the meaning of obligate carnivore. And he's decided he likes many fruits. He likes blueberries. He likes bananas. There was something else you liked, I think, that I can't rightly remember at the moment. Oranges! This little fucking bastard loves mandarin oranges. The little face he makes, he scrunches his little stupid face as he tries to bite it and get the juices out, like a little vampire. Funniest shit I've ever seen. I would love to show y'all, but I don't have any oranges right now. But next time I'm streaming, I will try to remember to pick up some mandarin oranges to show you my dumb child eating them, because he fucking loves it. Alrighty. How do I want to do this? Yep, it's fine. Okay. No! Fallen soldier. Ugh. Your death shall not be in vain. An oatmeal cookie just tried to jump ship. And landed on the floor. But I care not. I will still eat it. Alright. So back at it again with the oatmeal cookies. Of course, Ambrose likes other typical cat fare. Little bits of chicken. Chicken is his favorite flavor. He will not eat any other flavor of cat treat or kibble. For whatever reason. Gotta be chicken or nothing. He will not eat it. Even if it's like chicken and salmon, he won't eat it because Sammy's a picky little fuckhead. Alright. I think we can get this done, not with the one sheet. We'll definitely need the 2 sheets. But it will be very good. I think these ones had a little bit more spread because I was mixing the butter on top of the stove, which is admittedly a little warm at this point. So some of the oatmeal cookies had a little bit more spread to them because of the temperature of the butter. Which, you know, not the end of the world. We're just going to have a little bit wider oatmeal cookies than anticipated. Oh, and we don't... So speaking of animals with weird food, desires. Miss Freya, those who were not here on the stream the last couple of times, Miss Freya adores lettuce and parsley and spinach and arugula and carrots and red bell peppers. Basically any vegetable that a normal dog would like turn their nose up at, Freya will inhale. She loves some vegetables. She thinks they are just the bee's knees. Alrighty. Last batch of oatmeal, and then we can start working on the Snickerdoodles. Alright, so 10 minutes. Alrighty. While that's going, because these cookies were a little bit more oaty than the other ones and the Snickerdoodles, I think I'm going to give this a quick rinse. Because we don't want oat Snickerdoodles, or maybe we do. Alright, there's that. Okay, so for the Snickerdoodles, I was a little upset about this, but Target, at least a couple months back, had cinnamon-flavored chips. Like chocolate chips, but like cinnamon-flavored, and not chocolate. Probably like white chocolate, but they were cinnamon-flavored candy chips. And those were the best fucking Snickerdoodles I have ever made, were these cinnamon chip Snickerdoodles. They were so fucking good. And I couldn't find any this time. I searched both Target and Harris Teeter to find these fucking Hershey cinnamon chips. And I could not find them fucking anywhere. They were so good. They were so good. I'm used to cinnamon chippies. Alright, so I didn't give these a thorough wash because, once again, pretty much all the cookies have the same base ingredients except for the oatmeal ones, so I basically just washed it enough to get the big-ass oatmeal chunks out of it. And before I forget, I'm going to eat the floor cookie, because I'm not going to ship off floor cookies. So they're very, very crumbly. The freeze-dried apple and strawberry in these oatmeal cookies, fantastic, so good. Never going back to fucking raisins again. The only kind of raisin I like in an oatmeal cookie are golden raisins because they're sour. And there's like a really pleasant balance between the sweetness of the oatmeal cookie and the sourness of the dried fruit. This isn't as extreme as a golden raisin or craisins, but still just enough to like have a slightly different flavor profile. No, you may not. These are too sugary. You just had banana. I wish you luck in finding the cinnamon chips. I don't know if they discontinued them or not. I would check the Target shopping app, just in case. Because I wouldn't want anyone to waste a trip there if they discontinued it entirely, which I will be so fucking mad if they do. You don't get any more banana either. You're tiny. You're a tiny carnivore. You don't need bananas. You don't need my cookies either. I should check Amazon too, because the cat's trying to climb me. The cat is trying to climb me. You little bastard. No. No, Ambrose. No. He sees me with the banana. He has a hunger for bananas now. You're a little shit. You can't have more banana. No. I shouldn't have to fight a fucking cat for a banana. And yet here I am. I just want to eat my snack in peace. And I know, don't you hit me. I know. If I give him even just a little bit more, of course he's going to get in his head. It's like, oh, if I just badger you enough, you'll give me a banana. He does say, Mother the banana. Mother, I crave the banana. I don't know if the mic is picking up, but he's purring obsessively loud for fucking bananas. He keeps, like, going on my leg. No, even if you ask nicely, you cannot have more fucking banana. Okay, you know what? I will save the butt of the banana for you, because I hate the banana butts. You have to be patient, though. You have to... He keeps smacking me. He's following the banana with his eyes. He knows. Okay, so I'm going to let you eat a little bit of this, and then I'll give the bigger chunk to your sister. Scoop! Okay. You strange, strange little man. So I hope this is what the content you guys want is cats eating bananas in my kitchen. Because that's what content I have to offer. Ooh. Shane and I will have to ransack Amazon's wares later to find that. Alright, that's enough from you, Banana Beast. Here you go, Freya. There you go, baby. Good girl. You see, why can't you be more like your sister? Your sister waited patiently. Freya didn't try to climb me for bananas. Alright. On to Snickerdoodles. Oh, that is toasty. Okay. Half cup, measuring cup. 1 1/2 cups sugar. God damn, that's a lot of sugar. Okay. Alright. So for the Snickerdoodles, do I have the Snickerdoodles? I do not have the Snickerdoodles up in chat yet. Hold on a second. Gone are the Oatmeal-Fruit Cookies. And here are the Snickerdoodle recipes. Alright, so 1.5 cups of reg-ass granulated sugar. And now I can start putting away my ingredients as I'm done using them because this... Wait a minute, no, I still need a little bit of this for the stuff to roll it in. Let's see, it says a 1/4 cup sugar. And this is for the cinnamon sugar stuff to roll it around in later. Now I can put the damn sugar away. And the last of my oat boys. Hold on 1 second. Cleared a little bit of room on the counter behind me. Throw down a oven mitt. Hello, Freya. Thank you for keeping me company. He's a good girl, keeping Mama company while she bake. No, we don't have any ulterior motives. No. But if Mother should happen to drop Cookie, well, then I'm here to help clean up. Professional vacuum, am I? Okay. Yeah, these are fine. The oat boys. Woo! Alright. Now we can increase our temperature to 400 because apparently Snickerdoodles need to be hot as fuck. Alrighty. And after the sugar, 1/2 cup butter. Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter, butter. Wait a minute, don't I already have some cinnamon sugar made already? Sounds like some shit I would do. Haha, a little bit. Excellent, I can add this then. And looking at this, I typically add a little bit more to my, this stuff. I usually add a little bit of nutmeg and clove as well to my Snickerdoodles. Because to me, they just go together. So I like adding them. They had a very nice, like, mouth-watering, like, your salivary glands get flooded, and it's just very nice. It's juicy, delicious. Okay. So we're going to do the glove thing again, because I quite like it. And these, no. Oh, no. No. We are not boofers. No, no. Back. I don't care if they're hanging out in the breezeway. I don't care. I do not care. You're being naughty. I just want to reuse this glove. As I was saying, though, these are food-safe nitrile gloves. Would not use not safe gloves. I just find it easier to mix the cookies up like this. And also it prevents them from getting, like, cookie bits, grit getting stuck underneath my fingernails. Hate that shit. Just gonna go in there and smoosh it. Smoosh the butter and the sugar. Thank you for letting me know we're up to temperature, oven. I like it when my appliances talk back to me. I adore those little washing machines, and my pressure cooker also makes these cute little beep noises. Freya is stupidly territorial. She hears a child laughing in the breezeway of our complex, and she's like, "Children laughing on my lawn? No." She's like the epitome of like cranky old lady sometimes. And like, while I understand where she's coming from, and I quite agree, children laughing in my breezeway, how dare? I don't yell at them though. That's where you and I are different, darling. And she was an absolute brat on our hike the other day. I can't say the W word because she'll perk up, so I have to use the word hike. So we had planned to just go for a 30-minute hike, and literally for the first 15 minutes, so half of it, absolute brat, tugging hither and thither, treating the local floor like her own personal fucking salad bar, and eating anything and everything that was leafy and green, which of course, you know, as a dog mom, makes me panic because like I don't know how to identify plants. I don't know how to. I grew up in the woods, and yet I don't know how to fucking identify plants. I know how to identify wood violets because I can cook with them, but that's about it. So yeah, she's yanking and pulling me, and I'm trying to walk with a cane, and she can't walk with my mom because she was with us too, but she can't walk with her because my mom likes to power walk, and if she power walks with Freya, who normally does like it, Freya stops, literally digs in her heels because she can't see me anymore, and she panics because she wants to keep the pack together. So eventually I was like, just give her to me. Just give her to me. She's going to keep doing this. It'll be better if she's with me, because then she can keep eyes on both of us. And then we're going to add 2 eggs. But even when she was with me, she still wanted to drag me all over Christendom to smell and sniff and taste test everything. Yes, you, madam. And then, the second we turn around to head back to the car, an absolute angel, the epitome of a good dog on a lead, was well behaved, even gave me some slack, and it was just like, wow, where did this good girl come from? Why couldn't I have this good girl from the start? Huh? Riddle me this, Freya. Cream of tartar. I also need cream of tartar for this. Bam. Oh, right. And then my fancy click-clack jars. Nutmeg. And clove. We're going to need to get more nutmeg. I'm not going to really measure this. At that point in the evening where I'm just like, I'm going to eyeball it. Yes, Christmas smells indeed. And Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Sorry, I keep smacking my laptop because my spices are right behind it. Alrighty. Right, gonna mix in my Uggies now. So something else that I make like weekly, and maybe I'll do a stream for them one day. I make these like a whole slew, like 24. I want to say like 24 egg patties. So I have, because I don't function in the morning. Morning is not my time to function. So having easy to grab but healthy foods for breakfast, having these pre-made egg patties are a godsend. And I am the god. I send the eggs. But one time I made them, and they almost came out like custard-like. They were creamy, but not in like a runny way. Like they were still solid, but there weren't any air bubbles in these air patties. And I've been trying to chase that high ever since. And no matter what I do, like I try to replicate the results, and I just fucking can't. And it's so frustrating because they were so good, and they just kind of melted in your mouth. They were just absolutely perfect. And I could probably get like a similar result if I sous vide them, but I can only sous vide like a handful of them at a time in my pressure cooker. Whereas with this, I had like a whole host of them that I could just cook at once. And like, I mean, I tried everything to replicate those results. I strained the batter. I had a steam bath going in my oven so they would cook a little more evenly. Like I did, I had a burp, excuse me. I did damn near everything I could to replicate the results of those eggies. And I haven't been able to do it since, and it's just, I can't replicate the science. It was a fluke, and I'm upsetty spaghetti. So this, yeah, that's not big enough. So it calls for 1 teaspoon, but I'm going to use 4 half teaspoons because my full teaspoon doesn't fit in here and I'm not going to force it. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Ben has to take one of his kids back to bed, so I came out to check on that.
Well, you want to try an oat boy?
Yeah.
Try an oat boy. It is so frustrating. Like, I hate it when I, like, make a really good product and I can't replicate the results. It is so frustrating.
It's real soft.
Yeah, I ate one of the burnt. No, it wasn't burnt. It was a floor cookie. It jumped from my pan to the floor, and I was so upset. And I'm not going to ship your parents or your sister fucking floor cookies.
That's good.
So I ate the floor cookie myself because I'm a kobold. Do I look like I care about what goes in my body a lot of the time? I haven't added the flour yet. That was the one thing. I'm looking at this batter, and it's at that point in the evening where I'm just like, I missed something. I know I did. It was it's right next to me and everything. I haven't added the flour yet. Two and 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Looks like I'm going to have to stop by Sam's Club to pick up more all-purpose flour.
These are perfect, by the way.
Oh, the oat cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good.
Mm-hmm.
They were very soft, and the fruit chosen was very good.
Yep.
Because even though they were freeze-dried, they absorbed some of the liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and so they became like a little chewy.
Yep.
Well, these are special Christmas cookies. I don't think there's such a thing as special Christmas floor cookies. Ah, fuck me. Alright, I just spilled a bunch of flour on my counter. It's fine. As I was saying, need to pick up more bulk all-purpose flour from Sam's Club, because I typically buy like my bread flour and cake flour in small portions anyways, because I don't do a whole lot of baking that requires such specialized flours. But all-purpose flour, well, it's all-purpose. It's used pretty much fucking everything. So to me, it's worthwhile to get it in bulk. But I'm very pleased that it looks like I had just about enough of fucking everything to make the cookies today. Like, literally, the only thing I was missing were all the add-ins, so all the chips and the fruits. Excuse me, chonky girl on my floor. And then add a little bit more cinnamon. So I reused this plastic cinnamon container but it's not the cinnamon that's in it. The cinnamon that's in it is Penzeys 5-spice cinnamon. So it has like... Did you know that there are 5 different types of cinnamon? Because I didn't. But it's basically just cinnamon grown in different regions. Just giving this little stir to coat the sugar crystals and the cinnamons and the cloves and the nutmegs. But this is... God fucking damn it. By far, the best cinnamon I've used is the Penzeys cinnamon. And I need to go pick up some more cinnamon from them too. Because thankfully they allow people to, like, do curbside pickup essentially. So I don't have to, like, pay out the nose for spice shipping. So I just need to... Right! I got Crunkmas money from my in-laws, so I can use... it's spice money now. So that's probably what I'm going to do with a fair bulk of it, because I love their spices so much. Oh my god. Pick up more of the cinnamon, because really the cinnamon is like the best thing that they have. They also have some really good cumin and various curry spices that I absolutely adore. Like, they have a really good Maharaja curry spice and a garam masala and a tandoori spice that I got little sample jars of. But now that I know I like them, I'm going to buy fuck tons. Because I got spice money now! Alright, so making the Snickerdoodles is going to be a little bit more involved than scoop and plop. We gotta roll the individual little balls of dough into the cinnamon. So yeah, just thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I'm going to end up spending a lot of my Christmas money given to me by my in-laws on getting new shoes and spices. I have accidentally learned that I have expensive shoe tastes. My favorite brand of shoes are Fila's, specifically their Disruptor line. Because how cool does that fucking sound? It was like, yeah, let me go throw my disruptors on. I thought it sounds like a fucking sci-fi weapon. And like, as someone who is generally kind of feeble? No, feeble's not right. Spoonified. Like, I don't have very many spoons in general. Being like, hold on, let me throw on my disruptors makes me feel hella powerful. And they have some really, really cool looking ones. They just released one that are black and have pink rubber soles, but the black part looks like an oil spill, and it looks so fucking cool. But they're like $75, which I realize isn't like a lot for shoes, but it's a lot for me in shoes. Alright. Release my oat boys. But yes, the spice must flow. Who else is hella excited for Dune to come out? Because my mom is hella fucking excited. Alright. Dune is her favorite, like, sci-fi to read. Like, she has 2 different books, series specifically, that she reads, like, annually, every year without fail. One of them being Frank Herbert's Dune, and the other one being Lord of the Rings. Those are her 2 top books. Sorry, just putting away some stuff. To make some more room again. Yes, continue to lie directly in my way. Love you too, darling. Yeah. Yeah, this is getting there. Is coffee vanilla? No. Okay. Alright, back to Dune. So my mom has been excitedly following the progress of the new movie that's supposed to come out. And I told her her favorite Hawaiian hunk is gonna be in it. My mom adores Jason Momoa. Thinks he is just the bee's knees. And I mean, honestly, who can blame her? He's a studly dude. She watched Aquaman for two reasons. The band Sigur Rós and Jason Momoa. So yeah, you're just going to gently just roll it around. I might honestly get a fork for this because I don't want to touch shit too much. My hands get coated with cinnamon every time I do this. Yeah, it is that time in the evening when all motor function begins to break down. But we're in the home stretch. These are the last cookies. And then I will feel very accomplished. Nope, I'm just gonna keep having to stop myself from doing what I feel are rather silly mistakes. There we go. You little bastard. Okay. But yeah, you gotta scoop out your little cookie portion, and then you just roll it around in this delicious cinnamon spice sugar mix. Make sure it's generously coated. And then give it a little pat on the head. Good job. Oh, as I was saying, though, Jason Momoa is going to be in Dune as well. And of course, I have never read Dune. I don't know if I would have the patience for it, to be frank. And that's not me dissing myself or anything like that. Like, I just... certain styles of writing, and I just don't jive. I assume it's a great book considering how often my mom reads it, just not built for me. But she was always like, "Oh, who's he playing?" And I look it up because I have no idea. And I say the name, and she like just practically swoons and is like, "Oh, he's perfect for her. That makes so much sense." And so I guess I'll figure it out when I actually see it. Because with all that HBO, Max news coming out, that they're doing the straight to their streaming service movies, which, by the way, hella hype for. I hope this continues after the pandemic, because as much as I like going to the movies, I hate the people that also go to the movies. So if I can, I would much rather enjoy movies from the comfort of my own home with my superior popcorn, because my popcorn trumps movie popcorn any day of the damn week. Not ashamed to admit it. Not even a humble brag. I know it's better, damn it. And not having to deal with obnoxious other moviegoers, potentially their children. I don't know. Don't like it. Don't like the whole experience. Would rather just stay home. But they do have amazing sound systems. So Mr. Cobalt and I were considering, well, if they continue doing the whole releasing on streaming at the same time in theaters, and we end up liking it and like paying for the service and everything like that, we'll look into getting a better sound system, and I'm so excited for that. Like, I really hope this works out, because if I can just watch stuff as it comes out from the comfort of my own home, oh my god, poggers, big pog. Because normally this dough is a little bit more stiff, but because this butter's been sitting out and sitting on this toasty stove, so the reason why I believe my popcorn is better is not that it's necessarily like fancy or anything like that. So I have pernicious anemia, which is my body essentially can't absorb B12 through my digestion tract. Just doesn't absorb, just runs right through me. And I mention this because what makes my popcorn delicious to me is because I put nutritional yeast on it. And nutritional yeast is chock full of B12, just chock full to the brim of B12. And it has like a really cheesy, nutty-like taste. So it makes for a great savory popcorn to just a little bit of like spray butter and some salt. If you're feeling extra fancy, use Jane's Crazy Salt because it has herbs and spices along with the salt. And the B12 tasty nutritional yeast. And I think the reason why it's particularly tasty to me is because my body needs it. It needs those vitamins because I can't fucking absorb them. So basically anything that has B12 in it tastes amazing to me, and I typically crave it. I do get monthly injections, so I don't have to worry about not getting enough B12 regularly, which is great. I'm going to spread these out a little bit more. But yeah, no, it's just something my body craves regularly because it's constantly just leaving my body because my body just can't process it and won't retain it. So I have to get loaded once a month with an injection. Yes, it is what people use in their vegan mac and cheese. And I actually make a really dope nutritional yeast sauce. And I had to find this out the hard way because I had to stop eating cheese for a while because I was getting gallstones and I needed to get my bladder removed. But I couldn't get it removed right away, of course, because fuck you, American healthcare system. So I had to, wait and get it scheduled and everything. So in the meantime, in order to not have another gallstone form and pass through my body really painfully, I cut out anything that, basically animal-based fats. They are a huge contributor to gallstones forming. Are animal-based fats. So your milks, your cheeses, really fatty meats, eggs to an extent, like a whole bunch of stuff you just got to cut out of your diet if you're getting gallstones. So if you don't have like the money to get a gallbladder removal surgery, an easy way around it is to just cut out those foods and you should be fine. Hello, Amy! So during that time period when I couldn't have like stuff that I really liked, like my cheeses and my milks and stuff, I can't have milk regularly anyways because my bariatric surgery made it so I couldn't enjoy milk anymore. I had to get lactose-free milk because the sugar bothers me in it now. But during that time period, I had to get creative with my foodstuffs. So I would make these amazing pizzas using my cheese sauce recipe, cheese quote-unquote sauce with the nutritional yeast, and using olive oil and stuff to give it that kind of like round, fatty mouthfeel. Like, I can't explain how fat feels to me, like taste-wise, but I know what it feels like texture-wise, and it's a very round, smooth flavor. So I'd make the pizzas using the sauce, and realized that if you make your own pizzas, like from the dough up and everything, you can make anything stuffed crust. So I started doing guacamole stuffed crust with the nutritional yeast sauce. And, like, I would put, like, vegetables and stuff on top, and it was so good. It's still, to date, one of my mom's favorite foods are my guacamole stuffed pizzas, because she also has gallbladder issues. So I'll make her the nutritional yeast sauce and everything, too. And I'll use, like, a olive oil, so it has, like, once again, a really nice taste. And even though it doesn't taste, like, it doesn't truly taste like cheese, like, only cheese really, in my opinion, tastes like cheese. But if you make the sauce correctly, it has the same mouthfeel as cheese, and that's what a lot of other, like, vegan cheese sauces just can't seem to get right, is the mouthfeel. And to me, mouthfeel is typically just as, if not more important, than flavor. So it would taste like a really stretchy, really good cheese sauce. It would just feel like it. So the mouthfeel was more important to me than the flavor at that point. But I also really like the flavor of Nutritionals. Once again, it's kind of a nutty, cheesy-ish kind of flavor. And it's really good. And that's what I put on my popcorn. While I'm thinking about it, hold on. Is don't buy nutritional yeast if you're going to buy it in a grocery store. They charge you out the fucking ass for it. My suggestion is to buy it in bulk bags on Amazon. Yeah. So this is the big bags that I buy from Amazon. And here are what it looks like. It's kind of like a yellowy, flaky, dusty looking kind of product. But once you introduce it to like a liquid, it melts and colors it very nice. Like that's the other thing. It looks like cheese. So between the look and the mouthfeel, it really tricks the hell out of your brain into thinking, oh, maybe this is cheese. It's not. Like nothing's going to ever replace cheese. It's too good. Another tip for those suffering from gallbladder issues, less fatty cheeses like low-fat mozzarella and Parmesan, because it's a hard cheese. Softer cheeses have more fat. But if you get like a harder cheese like Parmesan or Parmesan Reggiano, don't interrupt me. I'm not talking to you. Those are okay to have in very small quantities infrequently, is what I figured out. Because in the entire time from when I was diagnosed to my surgery, I did not have I didn't have an attack in that entire time once I isolated what the problem was. And I was very lucky that, I was able to actually get the surgery and have my insurance covered and everything like that. But I know not everyone is so fortunate. So I would like to just pass that knowledge along. This is going to take for bloody ever, the Snickerdoodles. But they're going to be so good. So yeah, I had to basically learn how to find substitutes and compromise where I could, and things that were just I couldn't compromise on. Because I also need a certain amount of protein in my diet because of the bariatric surgery, so I couldn't cut out meats entirely like they wanted me to. I had to have some kind of protein. So between my protein shakes and really like lean chicken, I was for the most part able to get that nutrient in my diet. So yeah, got gallbladder, got gallstones and shit, cut out animal fats, figure out what you're willing to compromise on, go from there. That's my advice. And thankfully, because people with various dietary needs are so prevalent now, You could even get like ice creams and stuff that don't have animal fats in them. Like you can get soy-based or almond-based ice creams. So like there's literally like workarounds for anything that you might crave while you're suffering gallstone issues. And I feel like this is honestly true for any kind of diet you have to go through, is just find out what you're willing to compromise on. Because like right now, I'm just calorie counting at this point. And something, this is going to sound a little bad, some things I don't calorie count for, like if I'm having like a piece of fruit, I don't count it. It's fucking fruit, it's good for me. I'm not going to guilt and stress over having a piece of fucking fruit. But for larger things, I plan and take notes accordingly. Alright, first batch of Snickerdoodles ready to go. And then I can wipe down my calendars a little. How long? 10 minutes. Okay. So I really like having these many varieties of cookies that I'm sending because, hold on a second. There's a lot of texture differences. So we've got like 2 nice, soft, chewy cookies, and then 2 more crispy, snappy kind of cookies. Like they have a good snap when you bite into them. So you got the macadamia nut ones and the chalky ones that are good for a nice, crisp texture. And then the Oat Boys and the Snickerdoodles will be a nice, good, soft, chewy cookie. So there's going to be like a cookie, hopefully for everyone. Maybe all the cookies will be for everyone. Maybe I just hit all the right buttons. But I find these 4 cookies to be the best crowd pleasers. Because I could make more specialized, like, fancy tea cookies and stuff like that, but I feel like these ones are the most classic. Just give me the damn... There we go. As I was saying, these 4 cookies to me are just like the epitome of classic cookie. I mean, them and sugar cookies, but once again, like, I feel like sugar cookies at Christmas time, people like expect them to be iced or decorated in some way, and since these are traveling, and I've already experienced trying to ship off cookies that have been decorated, and even though it's winter, I still don't trust the environment of various postal services to maintain a good cookie temperature. And I don't have the kind of money to be shipping off cookies with like dry ice and shit. And insulated boxes, nah. So these are the best people-pleasing cookies that are also good at maintaining their integrity through shipping. Alright. Going to start putting the Oat Boys in the thick box. Because I don't know if you guys heard earlier, but we do not have enough of the bags to send these cookies off, so we'll probably have to go into the store or something tomorrow real quick just to pick up more of the big gallon baggies. But for now, this is a good container to keep them safe and sound. You already had bananas. I want to hear you had bananas. You technically should not be getting any bananas. You're an obligate carnivore. So stop yelling at me. These soft, chewy Oat Boys. All right. it's already, I don't know where I'm going to put the rest of the cookies. This is already so full. I think I have one more really thick Tupperware container that I can, oh, fucking Christ. I had set down the cookies next to a drying rack, and the drying rack made like a sudden settling kind of motion, and I thought my cookies were about to be knocked off the fucking counter. Scared the shit out of me. How dare. Oh. The boy. Oh, we can take a boy break. Right, everyone. Remember to hydrate. It is very important. Also, don't forget to take your meds. Those are also important. The boy. Would you like to say hello? Would you like to purr? Yes, there you go. All right. So those are all the cookies. We're just waiting on the Snickerdoodles to bake in the oven. Chaos was kept to a minimum, I dare say. Still have a fair amount of batter to get through. I should probably move this off of the stove so it stops getting too toasty. He's a big happy boy. And he really loves it in this new place. We get lots of really good sunbeams throughout like the whole day. And he just travels throughout our home finding the nearest sunbeams. And he likes to bake. He likes to bake his beans. Yes, you do. Silly boy. I'm starting to believe the boy has separation anxiety at this point. Anytime both Shane and I have to go out and he's left all alone, he likes to scream at me in particular when we get back, and aggressively snuggles me and bites the shit out of me for leaving him, because he could have froze to death. And it's like, how dare I not know that? How dare I not know that the poor boy would freeze to death without me? Because I'm clearly the only thing in this house keeping him warm. Oh, you silly boy. Oh, thump, 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 thump. Ah, thump, 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 thump. Alright, I'm gonna go put you down. Are you gonna put up a fight? No, don't lick me. Are you gonna put up a fight? Now get off. Off. No, off. I need you to get off. Oh my god. Off. He put up a fight. We have a heating pad too in my, Shane calls it my office now. It's my crafting space. And I have a really nice swivel chair in there, and I have a heating pad that I have situated in the low back of the chair where I have a lot of my arthritic pain. And we'll put it on, but Ambrose would rather squish me. He'd rather make biscuits out of my belly. Yes, you much prefer human company. He's just a very extroverted boy. He likes him peoples. We took him to the vet recently, and he can't go in a crate. I mean, technically he can, but we'd be cleaning poop out of it because he poops himself in fear when he's trapped in a crate. So we've leash trained him. And he likes the leash. He actually really does. He likes walking around. He doesn't panic or anything. He's really good on it. But every time we take him to the vet on the leash, everyone loses their goddamn mind. They're not entirely certain what to do with him, because of course you bring dogs in on leashes typically, but we take the cat out on the leash and they're like, how are we supposed to take him? And a lot of the time, the whatever tech we're dealing with will happily just hold him all the way into the back. And of course this dumbass is purring so fucking loud. And we'll inevitably get the call that, he's ready to be picked up and everything went fine and everything like that. And usually the vet, when he calls, when they call Shane, are just gushing about this dumb bastard. He was so good. He was such a sweetheart. He gave everyone nose kisses, gave us little nibbles, and we're just gushing over, because I imagine that they're used to cats that are fighty, stabby, stabby. And Ambrose is none of those things. He would not survive in the wild. He's too sweet for that. And even I will admit that, as much as he makes me grumpy, I have to admit he's too sweet to survive in the wild. Also too stupid. And one of the vets was like, I'm so mad. This is the first time I'm meeting him. And it was just like, we had one vet just in tears when she was giving us the cat back. She was like, I'm gonna miss you, like legit crying, and it was just like, you must have had a terrible day if giving us our cat back is making you in this state. And I felt so bad for her, because clearly she just loved him. Oh, the Snickerdoodles. Oh, they look so pretty perfect. Out of the way, cat. Look at how round and beautiful you are. So golden and perfect. And not this past trip, but the trip, the vet trip before this one. The vet, they were talking about having to take his heart rate. And he was purring so loud, they couldn't hear his heart. And I think they tried poking him a couple of times to get him to stop purring, and he wouldn't. He was like, oh, you're just petting me. You're petting me extra hard. I love it when people pet me extra hard. And so, as a last resort, they turned on the faucet in the room, and just casually just kept bringing him closer and closer and closer to the water, until Ambrose was like, say psych right now. Say psych right now. And then they were able to hear his heart. But I am so pleased with how round these turned out. Like, they're damn near perfect little circles, and I'm so pleased. But I'm letting them cool for a couple of minutes first before I transfer them to the cooling racks, because I don't want them to crumble upon me. What? I'm not picking you up again. Just go lay down somewhere. Don't huff at me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't huff at me. No. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, our local vet Banfield crew adores Ambrose and are excited every time he comes in. I have nothing for you. I have no bananas. I'm not bending down to pick you up. The floor is your domain, and I'm not going down there. You exhaust me, child. Don't you swish at me. You exhaust me. You're exhausting. You're an exhausting boy. He decided to have crackhead hours earlier today. He's actually really good about not having zoomies at 3 a.m. That's another great thing about him. He doesn't have late night zoomies. He has late night anxiety, though. Not in this new place so much, but in the old place, he would get real anxious at night and find one of his... And it's always a toy that I buy him, which I find hilarious. It's like he knows, oh, Mother bought me this toy. It is now my favorite toy. If Shane buys him a toy, he'll enjoy it, but he won't hoard it like one of mine. He won't proudly carry it around if he buys it. But mine, though, premium. But in the old place, we would turn out all the lights. We would typically bring him upstairs with us. We'd turn out all the lights and go to bed. 30 minutes after laying in bed in the dark, wow, wow, wow. Just from downstairs, we could hear him faintly doing this. And in the morning, we would wake up and we'd walk out into the hallway and we would find toys littered throughout the whole hallway because he brought them up there as like tribute or something. I don't know. But it would be like a whole thing. It would get dark and he'd spook himself and he'd have to bring toys upstairs. But not so much in this new place because everything's on one floor, which is fantastic. I love it. But he doesn't have late night zoomies either. He had zoomies, what was it, 3, 4? When did you have zoomies, boy? But his favorite, 2 of his favorite toys are a stick. Literally black plastic stick. And a feather toy. Oh, you've turned into a rotisserie chicken. He does this thing where he lays down and he tucks his paws underneath his body, but his elbows go like akimbo, like that. So, and he's round and orange, so he looks like a baked rotisserie chicken from like Harris Teeter or Sam's Club or something. He just, little chicken boy with his wings sticking out. Where's my spatula? It is time for the great migration of the cookies. The cookies, near the end of their life cycle, will migrate from the plains of the pan to the rolling hills of the cooling racks. Yeah! How dare. No floor cookie this time, but damn close. Yes, they smell like the holidays. Very delicious. Yes, I continue to be rather impressed with these particular sheet pan liner things. Ooh. Just tap it out. Alrighty. Back to the cookie making grindstone. And then after I'm done getting these out and onto the pan, I will have a cookie cam where I bring the cookie close to the camera and crumble it before you. You get a real sense of the texture and stuff. You are just in a mood tonight, sir. Moody chicken boy you are. I think anytime I have a stream, the banana cam will become quite the thing. Gonna have to figure out Banana Boy merch. Get you a banana costume. Make you wear it for internet points. Wanted to get him this adorable little, like, bear hoodie that was in the clothing section for dogs at PetSmart. Had these cute little ears on the hood and everything. And maybe I will. Maybe I will get the boy the bear hoodie. Because he pretends, I shouldn't say pretend, I can't tell if the cat's pretending or not, but he certainly acts like he's fucking cold all the goddamn time, regardless. So I thought maybe he would enjoy his own sweater or hoodie or something, since he does so well on a harness and lead. I figured maybe I'll push the envelope a little bit more. Maybe I'll see if this cat is tolerant of clothes. Because I don't know when to quit. Because I would love to put Freya in clothes, but she's just honestly too fluffy, and I can't imagine it would be particularly comfortable for her to be wearing clothes. She barely tolerates hats. My only concern with the cat rather, wearing clothes, is the issue of the litter box. Because he is not the most elegant litter box user. So I'd be a little worried about that. But yeah, the extra small dog clothes look like they would be perfect for your little cat body. And I figure if you're going to annoy the piss out of me, I might as well get some enjoyment with you. As you will wear clothes for mother's amusement. Hell, maybe you'll even enjoy it. I don't know, you're kind of a weird fucking cat. I can just scoot this up just a little bit. Ambrose, would you like your own clothes? Would you like your own puffy coat? Because they had little extra small puffy coats for doggies. Because Ambrose, how much into full tilt should we go into cat lady territory? Get out. There we go. Oh, just thinking about cat things and whatnot, dog things. After Thanksgiving, I had, of course, your typical turkey neck and gizzards and stuff. So I cooked them down entirely within my pressure cooker, and ran it through my blender so that there were no large bone pieces at all. It was all like smooth, ran through a strainer and everything. And when I was doling out fresh turkey goop, I had the gall to offer the cat some, and Freya was not fucking having it. She was so upset. I had to distract her with the spoon I had used to scoop it out to begin with. So she had to just full, and I say this being a little sister myself, went full younger sibling little sister mode, and was basically trying to, like, body the cat out of the way to get to the chicken coop, so I had to distract her. I was like, hey, you want to lick the spoon? Yeah, I want to lick the spoon. And poor Ambrose, now that Freya's bigger and a lot more chill, he wants to snuggle her because she's warm and fluffy. But he has traumatized her too much to this point that anytime he even begins to approach her, she gets up and goes nawi. She just fucking hightails it out of the room. She's like, nope, he got too close to me, don't like it. If she's feeling particularly threatened, she'll bark and snap at him. Now, she's never laid teeth on him, as far as I can tell. But she's definitely acted real fucking mean. Sort of a back-off motherfucker, if you will. And Ambrose, of course, looks around like, what happened? It was like, you happened, buddy. She doesn't like you. It's like, I don't know if you remember, but when you both were younger, you were kind of a dickhead. You were kind of an asshole. And to this day, he's still kind of an asshole. She'll be minding her own business, and he'll try to get her to play with him by running up on her and swatting at her. And if she doesn't pay attention to that, he will then proceed to try and, like, bite her through her fur. Like, I've seen him, like, do that rear back and, like, I call it, like, a snake bite, where you kind of just... It looks like a snake trying to, you know, strike a mouse or some shit, but it's him trying to start shit with a dog. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, Ambrose, no wonder she doesn't fucking like you. She doesn't know from one minute to the next if you want snuggies or if you want murder. And then you have the gall to act confused like, but no, dumbass. Dummy. You're kind of a dick. Alrighty. We are gonna get it. Alright, I think we can get away with just the one cookie sheet this time. Fan-friggin-tastic. Yeah. Just gonna... This will be a particularly chonka snickerdoodle. But that's okay. Okay. Just roll it around, and then we can cut to cookie can. And have a good time noshing and critiquing my own fucking cookie. I mean, I gotta taste test them before I ship them out, right? Like, can't just be shipping out inferior product. Gotta make sure it's up to par. Gotta make sure it's that gold standard. Alrighty. I'm gonna wash the cinnamon that I was trying to keep off my hands. And I am so pleased with myself. I didn't completely wreck my fucking kitchen this time. I actually kept the dishes down to reasonable levels. Because most of the time, you guys can't see on this back counter here, typically, but it gets to be a fucking war zone. It is absolutely wrecked, usually at the end of my adventures. Alright, timer, 10 minutos. Alrighty. Alright. Going to give everything a quick wipe down, and then gonna have a cookie as a treat. Well, what a great day. Got to celebrate my anniversary with the husband. Got a lot of good things. I really don't want to throw it away, but after rolling all of this around in the cookie dough, it's probably not good too. Alright. Got some pretty good shopping done. Yes, thank you. I was telling Shane earlier that it doesn't really feel like 4 friggin' years has passed since our ceremony. Like, it feels like it didn't happen that long ago. Like, it feels like it happened recently. It's like we realized we've been together for a total of 10 years. Like, once I realized that, my mind was just... Because we started... Hi, Ambrose. Dating in November when I was 19 years old. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I've been with this wonderful man, 4 years ceremonially married. It's been a wild ride so far. But we got to celebrate by eating burritos at my favorite burrito place. They have this amazing burrito that has fried dark chicken meat in the burrito. So good. It's so crunchy and delicious. I got to buy some new clothes, nothing fancy, just sort of standard stuff I need. Because they didn't have some of the, I just wanted some simple tank tops. And I forgot, oh, it's fucking December. But I feel like in North Carolina, tank tops should be sold year fucking round. I don't care if it's December Target. It's December in North Carolina. It's still fucking hot out. We don't get winter and snow and shit that necessitates a fucking sweater until February. Okay. Now that I've hydrated, I will now treat myself to a little snickerdoodle. Oh, a little bit of crisp on the outside. With a snickerdoodle, you want that, but the inside feels very chewy so far. I will taste. That's so good. As I hope they keep this texture during shipping. And I can taste that clove and nutmeg, not in like an overpowering way, but it complements the cinnamon like perfectly. As my mouth is being flooded with saliva right now because I'm drooling as I'm eating it, and it's so good. But yeah, nice crispy outer shell, chewy center. That's so good. Bloody divine. Just a sense of accomplishment, just washing over, just basking in it. You can't have these kinds of cookies either, guys. Both of my children, my furry children, are over here, off to my side. Both of them. They like to watch me work. Mostly because they think they're going to get something out of it. Let's see, Freya. What have I got in the fridge? Okay. We'll try getting Puppy Cam working again. Turn off laptop cam. Turn on phone cam. Oh, there you are, darling. Would you perhaps like some lettuce? Oh. Now, mind you, she does this with random plants she finds on the side of the road. She just likes crunchy leaves. Oh, there you go, baby. What a good girl. And then there's the boy with him fancy paws. Almost crisscross applesauce, but not quite. And she's been standing right there. And a lot of my ingredients are up there. So I've been having to long step over you to get to my shit up there. Because I love you, but you're a pain in the ass sometime. And back to laptop cam. Did you squeak at me? Do you squeak at me, sir? Do you bite your thumb at me? No, sir, but I do bite my thumb. There's no mother, but I do squeak. I just do not squeak at you, mother. Okay, 2 more minutes. And then the last of my baked babies will be done. Oh, hello. Yes, is now that... I've only done the Friday stream a couple of times now, but both animals know when I'm doing this sort of thing that they can expect a couple of treats. They can expect to be able to mooch something off of me at this point. Yeah, after those cookies come out of the oven, I'm probably going to just collapse on the couch and assemble some sort of snack, because I had breakfast, dinner. I didn't have dinner. I've just been having snacks. Should have dinner. So yeah, I'll make us late night dinner. And just bask in the sense of accomplishment of getting all this done in a timely manner. Because I honestly thought, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it was. Like, I suspected tonight was going to be like another... What time is it right now? It's 9. Okay, I thought tonight was going to be like another, like, midnight or later kind of stream. But no, this is good. The stream's going to end before what I consider my bedtime. So I'll eat. I'll go to bed with a full tummy. Best feeling in the world. Love going to bed with a full tummy. It's just so comforting and cozy to me. Like, I know you're not supposed to eat right before bed, but it just feels nice. I like being warm inside and out. It's nice. It's comforting. So I'll make some sort of dinner. It'll probably be rice and beans. Made a huge thing of rice and beans. It's a good, simple, easy food to have. So I'll have a warm bowl of rice and beans. I'll read a little. And then I'll hit the sack. Prepare for another big day tomorrow. And beep beep. Oh, second verse, same as the first. But not any worse. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining me this evening and keeping me company. I really do appreciate it, and I love having everyone here. I'll see you guys next Friday, and I'll have to think on what sort of project do I want to do next Friday. Ooh, maybe I'll make more focaccia bread. I want to make lamb stew for Christmas, too. I want to make lamb stew and focaccia bread for my Christmas dinner. So we'll talk about that more later. Anyways, I had a lot of fun here tonight, and I hope you guys did, too. I'll see you next Friday. Bye!